Welcome to Memory Monday. Today, we are going to be playing a game called Which Truth Do You Choose? Now that might not make a lot of sense, but perhaps if you know the memory verse, it'll help. Today's memory verse is Ephesians 4:15. Speaking the truth in love, we will grow up in every way into Christ, who is the head. Say that verse with me, please. Ephesians 4:15. Speaking the truth in love, we will grow up in every way into Christ, who is the head. Great job, kids! So here's how today's game goes. I will tell the contestants a scenario. The contestants will write down how they would speak the truth in love if they were in the situation. After each of the contestants have told us how they would speak the truth in love in that situation, then you kids will decide, which truth do you choose? Then I'll check the truthometer and we'll see which truth most kids voted on. The contestant who got the most points according to the truthometer will receive 1 point. Now, let's meet our contestants. Our first contestant today is Brett. Brett is a self-proclaimed goofball who loves to have fun. Brett, it's nice to meet you.
Right on.
Thanks again for being here, Brett. Now, let's meet our next contestant, Jenny. Jenny tells us she always tells the truth, and she does it with manners. Jenny, it's nice to have you here.
Thanks for having me, and you're welcome for the privilege.
Okay, well, it is a privilege. And our final contestant for today is Rachel. Rachel comes from Kindness, Kentucky, and she always tries to speak the truth in love. Rachel, thanks for joining us today.
Hi, thanks for having me.
It's our pleasure. Now, I think it's time to start round 1. Before we start each round, you kids and I will tell the contestants the memory verse 2 times. Let's do that now. Ephesians 4:15. Speaking the truth in love, we will grow up in every way into Christ, who is the head. One more time. Ephesians 4:15. Speaking the truth in love, we will grow up in every way into Christ, who is the head. Great job, kids. All right, contestants. Now it's time for you to speak the truth in love. Here's the scenario. Your friend Becky is going to join a singing competition. She knows you're in the choir and that you have won the prize for this 2 times in a row. She asks you to listen to her song. After she's done, she asks you how she did. The problem is she's very out of tune. How do you tell her this? By speaking the truth in love. 10 seconds. Time starts now.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, contestants. As you can see, time is up. Let's see how you did. We'll start this round with Jenny. Jenny, how would you speak the truth in love?
I would say, please never sing again. Thanks in advance from my ears.
Just to make sure, that's your loving answer?
Yeah, it was so bad. And I said please and thank you.
Okay, I guess that's her answer. Let's move on to Rachel. Rachel, how would you speak the truth in love?
I would tell her that I could tell she worked really hard on it, but that it was a little off tune. Then I would offer to help her get ready in time for the show.
Well, I can't tell my opinion on it because I don't want to influence the kids. So I guess we're going to move on. Brett, how would you speak the truth in love?
I would say it sounds like a cow screeching because it stepped on a Lego, but worse.
Oh my. Well, kids, I guess those are the answers. Which truth would you choose? Who do you think spoke the truth in love? On the count of 3, shout out your answer. 1, 2, 3. All right. I see the truth-o-meter is working very hard. Let's see who it says you kids voted on. All right. It looks like it says Rachel. Kids, if you chose Rachel, you're actually right. Great job. Now, before we move on to round 2, let's tell the contestants the memory verse 2 times. Say it with me, kids. Ephesians 4:15. Speaking the truth in love, we will grow up in every way into Christ, who is the head. Great job. Now let's say it one more time. Ephesians 4:15. Speaking the truth in love, we will grow up in every way into Christ, who is the head. Excellent job, kids. Now let's move on to our next situation, contestants. Bobby is always picked on at school. The first day of school this year did not help him out at all. Billy the bully put a piece of chocolate on his seat just as he was sitting down on the bus. When he stood up, the melted chocolate did not look good. What would you say to Bobby? How would you speak the truth in love in this situation?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, contestants, time is up. Let's start with Brett this round. Brett, how do you speak the truth in love to Bobby?
I'd say, dude, looks like you got a pooey on your pants.
Oh my goodness. Well, as usual, I don't want to tip the kids off on what I think, so I'll keep my comments to myself. But I think we all know whether or not that's a loving answer. Let's move on to Rachel. Rachel, what would you say to Bobby in this situation?
I would say, it looks like you may be sad in something and stained your pants. Would you like to use my sweatshirt to wrap around your waist until you find another solution?
A kind truth and a kind action, perhaps? I won't say more than that. I don't want to give the kids any hints. So let's move on to Jenny. Jenny, how would you speak the truth in love to Bobby?
I'd say, ew, Bobby, that's a gross. Please know that the bathroom is the third door on the left. You're welcome. Like, what? I said please and you're welcome.
Kids, what do you think? All right, well, we better move on. So kids, you've heard the options. Which contestant do you think spoke the truth in love? Which truth do you choose? On the count of 3, tell me your answer out loud. 1, 2, 3. All right, we're looking at the truth-o-meter. Let's see what most of you kids voted. All right, the truth-o-meter says you kids overwhelmingly chose Rachel as the most loving and truthful answer. If you chose Rachel, you chose right. Great job, kids. Now, let's say the memory verse 2 more times so we can move on to round 3. Ephesians 4:15. Speaking the truth in love, we will grow up in every way into Christ, who is the head. Let's hear it again, kids. You can do it. Ephesians 4:15. Speaking the truth in love, we will grow up in every way into Christ, who is the head. Great job, kids. Contestants, Now it's time for you to get to work. Here's the next situation. Great Aunt Sylvia brought your family a casserole. She said it was a new recipe that she'd created, and she wanted to see what everyone thought of it. She seemed very proud of it. It looks yummy, so you take a generous portion. But after the first bite, you know that was a big mistake. It's full of onions and garlic. Those are your two least favorites in the whole world. And you've just taken a huge plateful of it. Aunt Sylvia looks at you excitedly and asks what you think. How do you answer this question in a loving way? Contestants, please write your answers now.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Time's up. Let's start with Rachel on this round. Rachel, how would you speak the truth in love?
Oh, I can understand how hard this one would be because I don't care for garlic or onions either. I think I would say, Aunt Sylvia, it isn't my personal favorite because I don't care for garlic or onions. But I'm sure if I did, I would really like this. Thank you for taking the time to make it for us.
Okay, kids, keep that answer in your heads and let's see what Brett would say in the situation.
Ugh, I would spit it back on my plate and I would say, I don't like onions, I don't like garlic, so I don't like this. Better luck next time, Auntie.
Oh, Brett, sometimes it's hard to keep my opinion to myself. Kids, I guess, think about that one. But let's move on to Jenny and see what she has to say. Jenny?
I'd say obviously I'm too pretty to have garlic breath or onion breath. Thanks, but no thanks.
Well, kids, I guess those are the options. Which truth do you choose? Let's check in with the truthometer. All right, the truthometer says you kids overwhelmingly chose Rachel again. She had the most loving and truthful answer. If you chose Rachel, you chose right. Great job, kids. Would you answer any of these differently so far? That's something to think about. Now, let's say the memory verse 2 more times. Ephesians 4:15. Speaking the truth in love, we will grow up in every way into Christ, who is the head. Let's do it one more time, maybe a little louder. Ephesians 4:15. Speaking the truth in love, we will grow up in every way into Christ, who is the head. All right, good job, kids. I heard that. Now, contestants, we are going to move on to our final round. Here is the last scenario. Your teacher said if you all did well on your quiz, you would get a special prize. Everyone studied hard, and you all did very well. Your teacher was so impressed, she said it would be an even bigger prize than she planned for, since you all did so well. Prize day comes, and the teacher reveals the prize. All it is a bouncy ball. She hands them out with a smile on her face and tells you she's very happy with the gift she's given you. You expect something a little more big or special than that. She asks how you like it. How do you speak the truth in love?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You know what that means. Time's up. Let's start this round with Brett. Brett, how do you speak the truth in love?
I don't speak the truth on this one. I think we need to teach her a lesson. So at recess, I tell all my friends the plan. Then we go back into the classroom. I shout, "Go!" And all, me and my friends, bounce our balls as hard as we can
balls are flying everywhere. She'll know what a bad idea this was.
Geeks. Every round, I try not to give my opinion because I don't want to let you kids know the answer. But this time, I couldn't give my opinion if I tried. I'm speechless.
Thanks. I am a genius.
Okay, let's check in with Jenny. Jenny, how do you speak the truth in love for this situation?
Obviously, I'd say thanks for the bouncy ball, but I'm not a toddler. I'm 10 years old. Here's some free advice for next time. Do better. Be better. You're welcome.
Again, speechless. Rachel, how will you speak the truth in love?
I think this one's kind of easy. I would say, you didn't have to get a surprise. Thank you so much. I love it.
All right, kids. Those are the answers from our guests. Which contestant do you think spoke the truth in love? Which truth do you choose? On the count of 3, tell me your answers out loud. 1, 2, 3. All right. Now, let's check the truthometer. The truthometer says, once again, you overwhelmingly chose Rachel as having the most loving and truthful answer. If you chose Rachel, you chose right. Great job, kids. Well, kids, I hope you had fun today. And I hope this week you remember not only to speak the truth, but to do it in love. Would you have a better answer than the contestants for any of these rounds? Faith Fellowship kids, I'd love to hear your answers for each of the scenarios. You can tell me how you would answer Sunday in Children's Church. Can't wait to see you. Thanks everyone for joining us. That's all for today. Love you. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. I had a great time. Thanks for having me. Bye. Please, get me off the stage. Okay? Well, I'm so glad you could see me. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Ephesians 4:15. Speaking the truth in love, we will grow up in every way into Christ, who is the head.